Hey everybody, it's Desiree and I'm back with another process video for you. I know it has been a while and I apologize. My daughter and my son started baseball and softball, and I had no idea that it was going to be so time consuming, um, especially for the little ones. We are there 4 days out of the week. They have 3 games out of the week. In fact, my coach even put a complaint because it's just too much for the little ones. And then, to be there an hour before a game for warm up and then an hour for practice during the week. So anyway, 6 days out of the week, that's where we lived. And by the time I got home, gosh, I leave to go to work at 7:30. I don't get home till 8. And it was like a race to do dinner and bath, and then everyone would be passed out. So yeah, that's where I had been. But let's get started on this layout. First of all, I am using an old Scraptastic kit. Uh, I no longer subscribe to anybody anymore. Once in a while, I will purchase from either, ones that companies that I've purchased in the past, which is like from HipKit, Scraptastic. Well, so Scraptastic doesn't even do scrapbooks anymore, or scrapbooking kits, but and Felicity Jane. And I stopped buying them, not because I didn't like any of the companies, but because I was buying way more product, because you know how Chai comes out with um, it's just lines in general. They just come out like every couple months. And so, you buy them all up, and then I was subscribed to 4 different companies. And even to this day, I purchase more, even though I cut down a lot, more than I actually scrapbook. And so I'm really trying to be cautious of that. So anyways, this was an old kit from probably 2014. It's called the Purple Rain Collection. Most of the products that I used are by We Are Memory. And I did another layout. This is actually my second layout using this kit, and I'm really hoping to try to kill this kit. I just want it in my books and out of my room, like out of my stash. But yeah, so I haven't scrapbooked in well over a month. It's probably been, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And I did this one, probably took a break from my last process video, which says it was a month ago. Probably took a break and started this a week later. However, it took me a little over a week to finish, and it was because I just do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Probably a little bit longer, but you get the idea. And I kind of struggled with it. And I think we all talk about how if we take a break, and even for me, if it's so much as like just a week, I struggle. So, and plus probably also because I couldn't just play with the actual layout for the whole time, you know what I mean? Like in one day. But so I'm really trying to layer. I grabbed tags because I love tags. I always wish the ephemera packs had way more, because I love them for journaling spots and for layering. And I'm going to try to use this frame. And I struggle with frames. I rarely ever use them. I always see, though, a ton of scrapworkers use them for layering. Or Missy Whidden. Yeah, definitely Missy Whidden uses them behind photos and stuff. And so that's what I did with this one right here. So I think I have it positioned the way I want, but I'm going to look at everything. And oh my gosh, I have a story for you on those stickers you see. Those came in the kit. And because I added the add-on, you're going to see another thicker set, which are those black foam ones as well. But those thickers, okay, there is a gorgeous ombre that is in them. They come with multiple patterns, and they give you one pattern in every letter. So that ombre, I have like all the vowels, but I only have one of them. And because I bought this kit back in 2014, trying to find those thickers were impossible. However, I went to Michael's the other day. They had them. I don't know what made me go down the thicker aisle, because I definitely don't need any more thickers. But I looked up and I'm like, oh my gosh, there they are. I didn't think I would ever see those things again. So I ended up buying them all up that they had, and I think they only had like 3 or 4, but I was like, perfect. Now I have 3 or 4 A's and 3 or 4 E's, and so on. So I'm really glad that I found them. Next, like I said, because they don't give you enough tags, I wanted more tags. So I made my own using an exclusive paper by Scraptastic, and I just traced it using another tag. And then because I felt like it was a very busy pattern, it really didn't define that it was a tag. So even with me hole punching it, I outlined it with a marker, and I decided to also use some ink to apply for the edges. However, I notice when I use just the actual stamp pad versus an foam applicator, it really doesn't spread, nor does it really look like I inked the edges. So it really didn't do much. But I'm going to kind of play with it, and that where I end up having it right now is its home. It's not going to be its home. So I kept playing with the frame that I really wanted to use. I wasn't sure if I wanted to show, what was underneath the frame or through the frame, or layer it as if it was a solid piece. But that's what I end up doing, is making it into a solid piece, and you'll see that later. Next, I grabbed some puffy stickers. This was a really old sticker sheet. I bought it back in 2Ps. It was by a company called Skipping. I don't think they're around anymore. From what I have in my stash, I think at the time they only made puffy stickers, because I have some geotag also by them. So the hearts were purple, and lo and behold, we always talk about how purple does not match. These matched beautifully. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they were the perfect, so I sprinkled those all around. Then I had this Chamel Little by You wood buttons, and I wanted to use some of that wood buttons, but I noticed I really liked the packaging paper, and I was like, ooh, I might actually use that as another layering piece. And I end up not doing that at all. In fact, I don't end up using any of the wood buttons. That camera is also by We Are Memory from the ephemera pack. And anytime I have a camera, I don't know, maybe I need to come up with something new, but I always feel like I need to put something in the lens. I don't know why. I think I've used a heart before in the past. However, I had these really thick, I think they were made by Scraptastic as well. They're really thick acrylic pieces, and it had love etched into the center, and so I used that, and it fit perfectly in the lens, and I really like that look. It just added some definition. Next, I grabbed this exclusive tab that says Darling. Mercy Tierra, oh gosh, I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, it was a subscriber for Scraptastic for a really long time, and one thing that made me join Scraptastic is her, and then because they always had these tabs that she made them look so good on the page. However, when I try to do it, I think it's because it was white, it kind of got lost in the background. I had a lot going on in the background, so I think if I would have inked it using like a foam applicator, or maybe using Hide Swap Shine, or even paint it, it would have then popped, but I ended up scratching it. So I fussy cut with this for a while, and as you can see now, I had in the beginning where the confetti dots were at the top, now they're at the bottom, and I like that better because I'm going to hold, I'm going to hold my journaling up at the top, and that way also, because it's less at the top, my title won't get lost either. So the title's going to read #photobomb, or cutest photobomb, and it is just a picture of my little girl who is, if you knew her, she's not very girly. She is a sports girl. I mean, if she could play every sport, she would. It's rare to see her in dresses. And so we were we were planning our trip to Lake Havasu, and I needed a pair of sunglasses. So we went to the store, and I'm taking a ton of pictures. And if you were to see the reel of all the photos, you would see that she was just kind of playing in the background. She wasn't posing. So I kind of stopped paying attention to her. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I'm snapping shots and texting my husband like, okay, do you like this pair? Do you like that pair? So I stopped paying attention to her, and then I finally am ready. I take a picture of this one pair, and I don't realize it till I go to post it on the text, and I'm like, oh my God, she's posing. And it was hilarious because before you just see her kind of off to the side looking at sunglasses. And I was started laughing. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. It's the cutest photo bomb ever. And then to top it off, she's posing. She's got the little peace sign. She looks very sassy, even though she is so not sassy. She is the type that just doesn't care how she looks, how she dresses, if her hair's brushed. But yeah, it is just so darn cute. So of course I had to um, scrapbook it. Anyways, guys, it's pretty much nearing the end. I just want to let you know that I have several videos because I did scrapbook here and there, but I didn't edit any of the videos. So my goal is, especially because I have 2 weeks off for spring break, is to post regularly Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I kind of got ahead. As I think I have like 4 or 5 ready. And one of those is for the Crafty Maven design team. So you'll kind of get an extra one. So even though Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my normal uploading days, there is going to be one here and there on Wednesday, like tomorrow for the Crafty Maven. And I'll post it not only there, but also onto my channel. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. But thank you again for joining me today, and you all have a wonderful, amazing day. Bye.